Hello! I am Artemis_anime, and today I am reading A Robin's Nest by SilvermistAnimeLover. Chapter 1. Summary. When he was a kid, Midoriya Izuku was hit by an unknown quirk. He was found a few days later, unharmed. He was gone for just a few days to the world. He never told anyone where he'd been. Who would believe that he'd been sent back in time, several hundred years to the pre-quirk era? That he'd been adopted by a pair of circus performers who gave him the name Richard Grayson. That he, quirkless Midoriya Izuku, had become Robin, the boy wonder, famed partner to the old hero, Batman. Yeah, no one was gonna believe that. At least he could become a legal hero now. Or where Midoriya Izuku is actually Richard Grayson, and now lives back in the quirked era he came from. Eraserhead, prepare for a migraine. Izuku is feeling the Aster today. Notes! Thank you for checking out this story. I'll admit I don't know that much about Batman. I watched a few adaptations and cartoons as a kid, but I've read a lot of crossover fics with Batman, so hopefully I, at the very least, don't mess anything up. I dedicate this story to my amazing friend and beta reader, Byroni. Happy birthday, you are amazing and don't you ever forget it. We regret nothing! Spins away in chair. Chapter 1. On Fluttering Wings. It was strange. Robin crouched on the edge of a roof in the still hours of the night. He had long since lost his fear of heights, now finding them exhilarating. The strangeness wasn't from the location, or position, or even the hour. No, the strangeness was still the ever-aching emptiness beside him. His mentor, his father, was gone. Long dead by now, even years later, was still so painful. Everyone he knew, loved, fought to protect, gone. He shook himself out of his steadily darkening thoughts. Now wasn't the time for this. He had a patrol to finish, and though it wasn't Gotham, it was still home. He leapt off the roof with no hesitation, fear forgotten years ago. He let out a quiet laugh as he shot off his grappling hook and swung across the city. Civilians and heroes were none the wiser. He'd memorized the heroes' patrol routes long ago. Even the underground heroes tended to have some kind of schedule. The only unpredictable element was his favorite to mess with, Eraserhead. Though he'd never let the man see him, just as no hero had ever seen him more than his shadow, he'd made sure the man still knew him. He'd tie up criminals and leave them all kinds of notes and puzzles for his favorite hero to solve. Sometimes, on nights like tonight, when he knew the man had been far too overworked, he left him gifts. Which was why he was currently hiding 2 roofs across from the man, said hero completely unaware of his presence. He smirked as he threw a stone just behind him, causing Eraserhead to swirl around in surprise. With his tech, he could hear the man speak. God damn it, kid. I know you can hear me. Somehow. He sighed as he spied the gift basket sitting innocently where Robin had left it. Eraserhead picked up the note. Looked like you could use this. Enjoy your quiet shift. You're welcome. Robin. The basket held snacks, a steaming bowl of soba, and, most importantly, Eraserhead's favorite coffee from his favorite coffee shop across town. Thank you, he whispered with a soft smile. Though I don't understand why you do this. Maybe tonight would be okay? He'd spent years messing with Eraserhead, and while the man knew he was under the age of 18, due to an earlier game, he had no idea that he was still in middle school. They'd never met face to face after all. Robin was very good at staying undetected. But he and Eraserhead had a sort of understanding. At least, Robin thought they did. If he showed himself, would he still turn him in? He decided to take the chance. After all, the entrance exams for UA were tomorrow. Eraserhead was a teacher there, and if Robin attended the school, there was no doubt that he'd put the pieces together eventually. Well, most of them. Maybe because I'm fond of you? Robin smoked from the edge of the building that Eraserhead had just vacated. The hero whirled around in shock, taking in the bright colors of the vigilante's costume for the first time. So you're Robin. Robin the boy wonder. Yep, that's me. He grinned. Not quite a boy anymore, but I suppose I can stick with the title for a few more years. You really are a kid, he muttered to himself before noticing Robin's tense posture. I won't catch you tonight. Nobody's here but us, and to be honest, you do more good than anything. Yet you've tried to catch me before. Robin raised an eyebrow. I still think you should stop. This is dangerous, but I know if I tried to catch you, you'd still get away. Eraserhead sighed and Robin smirked. At least he wasn't underestimating him just because he was a bit younger than expected. A few more moments passed before Eraserhead spoke again. Why? Why what? Robin tilted his head as he sat down on the edge of the ledge, facing Eraser as he sat down against the wall. Why did you show yourself to me, after 4 years of scarcely a shadow? I guess it's because I'm lonely, and I trust you more than any other hero. Me, Eraserhead snorted in disbelief. Yes, you remind me of him, in a way. Robin trailed off, old memories accosting him. He shook his head violently, returning to the present. Besides, I figured I'll start a new game. Oh, great. Eraserhead pinched the bridge of his nose, staving off a headache. What are you up to this time? Tomorrow's the entrance exam for UA. Eraser's head whipped up in shocked realization. Don't tell me you're not even in high school. If I pass the test tomorrow, I could be one of your students, Aizawa-sensei. Robin smirked. The man stiffened at the use of his civilian name, but let it slide. If? Kid, there's no if about it. With the way you've been able to subdue villains and avoid police and heroes alike, I'd eat my scarf if you failed the entrance exams. I'll look forward to being one of your students then. I'll buy aspirin in advance, he replied dryly. You aren't going to give up on this vigilantism thing, though, are you? Robin didn't answer, and that was all the answer Eraserhead needed. Can you at least tell me why you do it? Because it's all I know, Robin answered, a few moments, biting his lip. It's all I've got left of them. If I give up on being Robin, then they're lost forever. His tone was quiet and mournful, and Aizawa didn't need to look to see the tears seeping out from under the domino mask. And how about this? Eraserhead sighed, coming to his own decision. Robin was grateful that the man had enough tact to drop the obviously sensitive subject. Once you get into UA, we'll talk to Nethu about making you my apprentice. Then you'll go on patrol with me where I can keep my eye on you. I'd feel better knowing you weren't fighting for your life in some back alleyway somewhere. What's the catch? Robin's eyes narrowed. This seemed too good to be true. Though he made it seem easy, it really was annoying and extremely difficult to dodge the heroes and police. It was so much easier when no one had any quirks. Does there have to be a catch to care about someone? Eraserhead gestured towards the basket that Robin had left for him. Fair enough, though, if you're sure you want to take me under your tutelage, then there's something you should know about me. He smirked with his signature cackle. I'm quirkless. He backflipped off the roof, giving the hero a panic attack before he watched the young vigilante swing away on a grappling hook, cackling madly. I'm going to go gray with this one, Aizawa sighed. Problem child. And that was chapter 1 of A Robin's Nest by SilvermistAnimeLover. There are 10 chapters, and SilvermistAnimeLover has such amazing works. So go ahead and check them out. I have them linked in the description. I will see you guys next week. Bye!